Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today's episode is all about Viking knives, more precisely Viking SAX knives. We're also going to be giving some knives away, so let's get into it. All right, guys, we've got 3 Viking knives that we're going to be looking at. All 3 of these are going to be SAX knives. Start over here on the left-hand side with this first model. This is going to be, both of these on the left will be from RITE. This last one here is going to be from CONDOR. First model that we're going to be looking from RITE is going to be this one here. It's from their Damascus collection. This one is the DM1299. Larger knife. Give you a shot of the actual blade material there. As far as the blade material, I'm not 100% sure what they used to make the Damascus. If I can find that information, I'll put up on the screen, or I will put links down in the description for you guys to be able to get that information. You can see here there's a design right there at the start of the handle, which is mimicked on both sides of the knife. They also have it in the handle itself. Which is really nice, gives the knife, the handle there, some texture. And then on the end of the knife as well, you can see the same design there, which is nice. And I'll give you a shot of the actual blade stock on this. Fairly large, which probably is contributing to the actual weight of this knife. It is fairly heavy. And I don't know if they'll give me that information, but like I said, I'll try to put that so you guys will have an idea of just how heavy this knife is. I can give you the size. We can measure that real quick. I believe it's 13. If it's 13 inches or just over. Let's see. Yeah, 13. Just over 13 and a half inches. And then the handle material looks like diameter is about 1 3/8, so fairly large. Let's see the width of the knife, and the width of the knife, as far as the blade is concerned, is about 1.25 inches. We are here in the United States, so we use the imperial measurement. We don't use metric, so my tape measure is in inches. By the way, if you're looking for an awesome tape measure, you might want to check this out. It's really awesome. You can write your measurements here, and then when you're done, you can erase them with just a regular eraser. And then it's even got a sharpener there on the back where you can sharpen your pencil. And it does have the measurement, like I said, in inches, but it's marked down to the 1/16 of an inch, and it's on both sides of the tape measure. So really awesome. Best one I've ever used, and I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys so you can check that out. This next model we're going to look at is another one from RITE, and it's going to be their DM1300. A little bit smaller, same style of Damascus on this one. And it looks like the same thickness as far as that first one that we looked at. Let me check that. We'll measure that out as well. Looks like it's about 3/16 of an inch on the thickness. The blade material might be a little bit, no, same thing, 1.25 inches. So just overall length is going to be a little bit smaller on this one. And then the handle, since it's a different style of handle and it has actual scales on it with the tang running all the way through. This one looks like it's going to be about 12 1/4. So a little bit shorter. But you can see that the different style of handle, this one's actually got just the wood scales on there. The tang runs all the way through. Pinned construction there. And then it does have the engraving on the side of the handle, different design. But overall, just a really cool looking knife. And then both of these models do come with their own sheaths. This one comes with a like scout carry type of design where you'll just run this over the blade and then snap that into place, and then you've got like this scout carry here where you can throw that on your belt. And then this other model has a different style of it's got a different style where it's like a piece of leather that they folded over, sewn together, and then molded it where they took that and like pushed it flat so that you can see where that seam is sitting flat there. And then I guess you could use this as for the lashing, however you want to make like a dangler out of it, or maybe put something else through there. The only thing I will say is that this style has that extra piece of leather in the sheath, so when you're running the knife in and out, you don't have to worry about cutting the leather there where it comes apart, whereas this one's just one single piece of leather, so you will need to take a little bit of caution when you're pushing this in there that you're not slicing into that leather, but it does fit in there nicely. So both of these two different versions of a SAX knife, both super cool, and we are giving both of these away, and I'll give you all the instructions on how we're going to be, you can get registered to win those. Now this last knife here that I'm going to show you is from CONDOR. This is our NORSE Dragon SAX knife, and different blade altogether. I mean, same shape, but this one is high carbon steel. It does have some engraving there. You can see that's kind of picking that up right there. Same style as that first one we looked at, where it had the, I'm assuming that's like brass there that starts the handle. And as far as the blade material on this one, it seems like it's going to be a little bit thinner. We can measure that and see what the actual thickness on this knife is. Looks like this one is going to be, this one's about 1/8 inch, so a little bit thinner there on the blade material. The handle though, it's got a really nice design in the handle. You can see it's on both sides of the handle, which gives some texture to the handle, so you do pick up some grip when you're hanging onto the handle there. Nice basic design on the handle, so it fits really nice in your hand. There's no hot spots. It's very comfortable. And like I said, that texture in the design gives some grip to the handle. I've got large size hands, and you can see if I choke up on the handle, there's still room here for a larger size hand to still have plenty of room. So it is a through tang construction, so you will see the back end of the knife there where the tang comes through. And then this one has a really nice sheath. It's got the same design that matches what's on the knife itself. There's some other embossing here. And then on the back side, the exact same thing. Design here, and then the CONDOR logo there, along with the leather dangler here. So you can lash that to your belt. And I'll show you, this slides in there really nicely and very, very securely, so you don't have to worry about that falling out of there once you have that lashed. Now, I do have a couple other knives that I want to show you guys. One of them is from CJRB. This is their SILAX Desert fixed blade, and a little bit smaller of a knife. This one's about, it's a little over 9 inches. Thinner material as well on the blade, and it's got G10, smooth G10 scales, which are used with those screwed construction there. But just overall, this knife, when I look at it, to me, it reminds me of a SAX knife, even though it has belly on it where a SAX knife doesn't. It's just got that straight edge on it, but still, to me, when I look at this knife, I think of the SAX knife, so I wanted to show you guys this knife as well. And it does come with a Kydex sheath, and it's got some attachment points here where if you wanted to put some sort of, maybe like an ulti clip or some other type of clips, not 100% sure with this spacing what exactly would work, but I know that there's got to be something out there that would work. Does have a weep hole here on the bottom as well, so moisture can get out of there. Just overall, really, really cool knife. And then one folder that I've showed all of you guys before, it's going to be this one from BESTECH, their Barracuda. And again, just the overall shape of the blade, it just reminds me of the SILAX knife. I have one of these in my personal collection that I carry daily, and I've really enjoyed this knife. Does have a little bit of a belly on it, where SILAX knives don't particularly have that, but kind of like the CJRB. But either way, I think it's great to have this style of knife in a folder. D2 blade material, it is a flipper, rides on ball bearings, liner lock, and it is tip up and right hand carry only. But just a fantastic offering from BESTECH. So these are the knives that I wanted to show you guys as far as the Viking knives, the SILAX knives that we have to offer. And these first two here, we're going to be giving away. We're going to do 2 giveaways, one for each of these. And if you want to get registered to do that, I'll tell you all about it here in just a second. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out to the end of the video. If you want to be entered to win either of these knives, just check out all the information in the description of this video. We'll have it all laid out for you on how to get entered to win. That's pretty much going to be it for this episode. We're going to be putting out a lot more content for you guys, so stay tuned for that. If you want to check out some of our other videos, we'll leave some links at the end of this one so you can check those out. And thanks for watching.